Hello everybody, today we're going to play an e4 game. We're at 1800 elo and let's see what black responds. Welcome to the video, I hope you will enjoy this one. If he plays e5 we are going for the Scotch or maybe the Rue Lopez. Let's see what he plays. He plays the French defense. We grab the center with the two pawns. It's principled. Then he will probably play this move, or he will play some weird setup, maybe with fianchettoing a bishop or another one, but he goes for the French. We play tarrasch French, because in this line there's too much theory. In this line there's theory, but not a lot. Now we make him reroute his knight. Then we develop the bishop. We develop first, pointing it at his pawn. If black's ever going to castle, now we can build up the chain, because our knight didn't go to that square, so our pawn can go there. And now we can defend our pawn like this or like this, and if he puts his knight out, I'll show you. So first we defend the pawn like that, and now if he develops his knight, we can put the other knight around, so we defend our center very nice. So now our center is well defended. Now we will castle, play rook e1, get the bishop out in the future, play the queen maybe to here. Our bishop can drop back and we can form a battery. We're always also okay with this trade, because our queen will just get to a much more active square, and because it will defend the pawn, it can join the kingside attack, because the knights aren't in the way anymore. So let's see what he does. He doesn't have to take, so he castles, we castle, and we don't really want, we rather have him take us than we take him. But it's also not the end of the world if he takes us, if we take him, but we do want to be careful about that. So our center is still well defended. A nice move is also always rook e1, for if he goes for this f6 break, then a rook will defend the pawn in the future. If the knight moves, then after f6 also this move is always nice to attack the base of the pawn chain. But let's see, because after take, I don't really know if we're better in that position. So we take, and he cannot move really. He can move his knight back, but that's weird. So he can maybe play rook e1, but then we get him off this file. So I think it's an okay move, but we will drop this one. But not really, because I think maybe then we can take. He takes. Ooh, but he has the intermediate. So after take. So I think maybe we have to take over here right now. And after this one, he attacks our bishop. We don't want to give away the bishop. So maybe we do want to take, but also not really. But after this one, and he takes, we take, queen takes, attacks our bishop. So then we can take, defend our bishop with the queen, and then take that pawn. That also seems, I think this is a good move. So let's try it. Attacking base of the pawn. Let's see how he will defend. Also, the idea is to take this bishop, and then this pawn will always be defended by the queen, because this bishop can go away with check, winning the piece on this square. So let's see what he does. There are also a lot of lines where this knight can move to this square, so the pawn will be trapped by the bishop. If that was the case, we had to be a bit more precise, because he would develop and defend. Now, like I told you, we take, he will take, and then we take this bishop. So let's see. Also now we have opened up our queen, that can come into the attack. First we take, he will take, then we can take this pawn. But yeah, but he takes this knight. But can we now not just take his rook? Right. Take, king takes. Now I think we should just take this pawn because it has no defenders anymore. That was weird because now we're just up an exchange, but I'm okay with that. We can maybe offer a queen trade, but I like centralizing the rook. And getting it on an active square, maybe infiltrate. So he develops his bishop. Good move. I like this move, queen b3 also, but let's first activate the other rook. Just put a little bit of pressure. And now he goes for the attack at our king. So we have to defend this one. So that you take this, but then you can go there and checkmate us. This we can play this move, but then he takes and takes, and he doesn't have an attack afterwards. So that's also fine. But let's, yeah, because this also just forces a queen trade. So let's play this move, because he has to take us, otherwise we're going to take him. We do damage our pawns, but because we're up in exchange, that's alright. So let's see when he realizes it's a pin, so he has to. Can maybe play something like this, but then we also just take. So I don't really care about that. We will infiltrate. Now we take the knight. This is just a hanging pawn, but it also hangs the knight, of course. Nice, so we won this game. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's analyze this game. Oh, we have 2 mistakes, I see. Let's see our accuracy. 85. Pretty alright. No, brilliant. We had a blunder. Okay, let's see. He thought we were 2200. So we played this line. Best move. Like I told you, we want to play this knight this way. So the other knight is this square to defend the center. Because you can play like that. But then you have to play this gambit line where you castle. Then you can take. This is also a line. And then you play a3 right. So if you play something like this, we will do this, and he cannot take because we will trap the queen after this move. But that's just a one trick line, I guess. So that's why I played this line. We checked, we blocked, and this was a mistake, but not because of this move. And why is this a blunder? Not because of knight takes, but because of the bishop take, queen takes, no knight takes, no. Why is it then a blunder? Because you can play this, and then we do this, right? And it thinks that this knight is like a bit stuck. And now he has this fork. Yeah. Alright, so I guess this is a mistake because he can trade the bishop, then take the pawn, and threaten this fork. If you take back, we just lose this pawn in the center. And if you go for this, he can counterattack our knight. So now our knight is hanging and this fork is hanging, and we cannot defend both. But we went for this line, which I already thought was good. And here I only consider this because otherwise rook could be hanging. But here we just went a pawn, which is nice. But he took the rook. He took the knight, I took the rook. Take the pawn. Centralized rook, the other rook. And now I just went for this. And here he resigned because we can just take the rook. But even if he played here, we were just always better. Because maybe I was gonna use this pawn. And then he can play something like this, of course, but I will just infiltrate. And this is losing a pawn. So either he has to give up this pawn, or play really passive. And then we can just like compensate double up, and there's no way to defend. So that was a nice game. We won, he resigned. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. Like, subscribe. Goodbye.